What is good, Neo family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one, we're going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock and some very important things that you need to be looking out for if you are a Neo investor. I'm also going to talk about what or not the share price is doing and how the overall market may be affecting Neo, and some very important things that could definitely affect the market. I'm going to talk about the US Treasury yield and how this may affect Neo going forward. I'm going to talk about the latest pieces of news affecting Neo and what Neo put on their Twitter page that still makes me very bullish for the future of this company, even if we are in the red right now. Now, before I say anything about Neo and what I think is going to play out for the future of this company, I do have to mention some very important things first. First off, I'm not a financial planner, guys. This is all for educational purposes only. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. Not only benefits me, but the entire Neo community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you will not only qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500. Once again, that's free money, but you're also going to qualify for free real-time level 2 data for US stocks with $0 in trading commissions. So please check that out if you guys want. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So this is Neo's share price, guys. We're down 9.07%. It ended up dipping lower than I had anticipated. But I will tell you one thing, guys. I'm not losing faith for the future of this company. I'm very, very bullish. Now, you all know that. You know that Neo has upside potential for the long term. But what's happening in the short term? And that's what I'm going to be discussing. Now, one of the things that we do know, if we look at this over a very shorter time frame, you guys can see that we were basically crashing very hard today. We found the bottom at $23.10 a share. That's a new level of support before we ended up running to the upside and closing at $24.87, down 9.07%. Now, here's the important thing about Neo closing the way it did. Look at many big indexes out there. Look at the S&P, for instance. The S&P crashed today and ended up finding 420, which is so interesting. Then it ended up running to the upside, which is very awesome, right? And it closed in the green, up 0.42%. Look at the Nasdaq. It did something very similar, and you guys can see this definitely affected Neo's price action today, as even the Nasdaq is up 0.63%. Now, Neo and Tesla alike, they did both close in the red, and Tesla's in the red in the after hours, but Neo's currently in the green right now, so it's starting to rebound just a little bit as it was oversold today. Now, before I go into more detail about this, I do need to talk about the market, guys, because we do have some very important things to discuss. Look at this right here. Tomorrow, guys, we have the Fed meeting in the daytime. What does this mean for the market? The answer is the Fed is going to announce their new policy changes, their new monetary policy changes that could definitely affect the market going forward. So we don't necessarily know exactly what the Fed is going to be doing or the extent at which they're going to raise rates and other things like that. We're going to get some very good answers tomorrow, in my opinion, and this could definitely affect the market. Now, I don't know exactly what they're going to announce, but I find it more probable that this is going to actually cause the market to dip a little bit more, and Neo could actually end up dropping too. Now, why do I say that, guys? And that's because of the fact that Goldman Sachs, for instance, actually reported that they estimate there to be about 4 interest rate hikes for the year, and the Fed may end up raising them slowly in one after another, which is why we're seeing a lot of fear in the fear and greed index, currently at 41 right now. So people are not just fearful, they're more uncertain about what on earth is going to play out. And that brings me into this right here, guys. Now, we do have a lot of earnings reports for tomorrow, guys, 73 earnings reports, but as you guys can see, the market was in the red today, and we did have some earnings today. The market was still in the red, so it did not matter too much, but I do think Wednesday and Thursday would have a lot more, as we have 120, 121. Those are probably going to be the catalyst that really cause the market to start to rebound. But for tomorrow, guys, be prepared for the Fed meeting. We do have some big things coming out. Now, one key indicator is the US Treasury yield did end up rising ahead of the Fed meeting. This is very important. This is important because this is an indicator that right now our economy is growing at a very fast rate, and we do need to kind of slow down. Now, I know that sounds a little bit counterintuitive. We want a healthy economy, right? But we can't have inflation raising at a rate that's too much, because that's basically devaluing our currency and doing all sorts of crazy things with very substantial effects. So as a result of that, guys, as you guys know, if you just hold money in a bank account, it's going to be chipped away slowly. If you don't necessarily know how to make more money, you're just going to be losing money because of inflation. And as a result of that, the Fed has to take action, which is why I think they're going to be very serious and maybe more hawkish than dovish. So because they're going to be this hawkish, guys, a lot of analysts out there are saying that the Fed is not always going to bail out the stock market as they have before, and they are kind of spreading FUD, so to speak. But I don't necessarily want to just say that this is trivial or it does not make sense, because look, I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to be 100% real with you. The Fed is probably going to say something that's going to cause the market to dip quite a bit, because we're going to find out the extent to which they're going to raise rates and how this can affect Neo going forward. Now, as a result of that, guys, I do want to talk about how this can affect the share price of Neo. Now, right now, 27.29 is probably going to be a level of resistance, but right now the key level of support is 2310. I really hope this holds up, and I do think it's more probable that it's going to hold up because of the fact that I think NEO's already starting to rebound. In the after hours, it would be even more in the green. But at the end of the day, guys, like I told you guys, it really depends on what the Fed says, and I could be totally wrong. It is possible for the Fed to say something that causes the market to not crash as hard, but at the end of the day, guys, like I told you, I think it's more likely, it's more probable that we're going to see a red day tomorrow, and NEO is probably going to close in the 24, maybe a little below 24. Now, like I said before, guys, I'm not giving financial advice, but I want to tell you guys something very important. And that is, if you look at this from a technical perspective, we're seeing some very interesting indicators. Now, NEO has been crashing like crazy over the last couple of months. Look at that. We were at 44. We've been dipping. We hit this new level of low. We're bouncing between support and resistance. We end up dipping again right over here. Why is this important? This is important because if you have a strategy, if you want to buy puts, if you want to buy calls, if you want to buy more shares, it's up to you. But if I can say anything, guys, I think as NEO dips to these really low levels, it's a very good buying opportunity because of pieces of news like this. The Motley Fool is saying that NEO has a lot of growth potential. The Motley Fool is saying that NEO has a $50 price target according to many big analysts out there, and it still is a great, great, great company. We also have news like this coming out as Chinese parts supplier orders super die casting machines from Tesla partner. Could NEO and Xpeng adopt one piece manufacturing? Once again, when you have one cast, it makes it much cheaper and much more efficient and much more faster to be building your cars. And this is something that NEO may be integrating very, very soon alongside Xpeng. That would be very, very bullish news in my opinion if they do end up announcing this. And that's going to be very, very awesome going forward for their production because they can produce cars more efficiently and quicker in this way. Once again, keeping up with the demand and helping them really grow their company, improve their numbers, and grow fundamentally. Now, I do want to talk about this right here. The Motley Fool answered the question why NEO is sinking today, and they gave no good answer. There's no good answer as to why this is happening. Maybe you could say there's global tensions playing a role, but besides that, there's basically no real answer because NEO is not the reason why it dipped. It's not NEO's fault. It's happening because of the overall market that's really bringing it down. It's really like acting like an anchor that's really, really causing it to dip. And they're still saying NEO has that buy rating, the target of $50, and it's still doing pretty well right now in terms of fundamentals. The fundamentals are there, guys. They're doing very, very well, but the entire market is taking a big hit, and that's affecting NEO in turn. Now, despite that, guys, NEO tweeted this on their Twitter page that NEO's innovative ternary iron lithium battery pack can improve cold weather performance, more accurately measure the state of charge, and increase energy density. Once again, very innovative, guys. They have new technologies that are coming out that are going to impact their customer service and the experiences that they have that will definitely affect the company and the share price going forward for the good. So to end this video, guys, I am a little bit more bearish going into tomorrow. I do think we're going to close a little bit in the red, but at the end of the day, like I told you guys, that does not matter too much to me because I'm super excited for the long-term future, and I do see this thing having a very sharp recovery as time goes on. So please remain calm, cool, and collected, guys. Please strategize accordingly and don't necessarily let your emotions get the best of you because wise investors know how to invest and not let the FUD get to them. I'm still very bullish and excited for the future of NEO, guys, so don't let these pieces of news scare you, and I do see a big rebound eventually happening. So please remain calm, cool, and collected. Don't worry too much about the short term and get ready for the long term, guys, because I see some big moves coming. Be prepared for tomorrow, guys. It's going to be a roller coaster, but I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next one. NEO to the moon, and peace out.